The Romans were immature. Coming from Rome, we motor the short 39 nautical miles to the site of an extinct volcano where a portion of the caldera rim juts from the sea, creating the island known as Ponza. The island being inhabited since the Neolithic, the town of Ponza and its economy are largely dependent on tourism, boat building and repair, as well as fishing.
We're in Ponza, Italy.
We're going scuba diving for Dylan's birthday.
And I can't go because I'm not certified. That's fun.
With a single day in the area, Jackson explores on foot while Tara and I board the dive boat where all of our gear has already been prepared. We head to the Isola Zanone, accessible only by boat. It is part of the Cercio National Park, and we are here to see what the life is like under the surface. We begin our descent, and even though we were warned beforehand that the marine life had decreased in the area, we were shocked at the seemingly barren seascape. We go deeper to get a close look at the coral and rocks, and we come across a few creatures, like this red starfish and the congreal hiding in the rocks. After a closer look, we are able to see that there are many small fish, but the biggest fish we could find was this rainbow wrasse. During our safety stop, while we waited for our bodies to expel any nitrogen that was forced into our blood, I found it fascinating to observe how the anchor held the boat to the rocks, and it helped me gain perspective on how different reality is in the water.
I went down to just over 22 meters,
Which is illegal since I'm not certified for that.
but I'm only certified for 18 meters. Went down to like 22 meters. Before we went in, our dive master was like, yeah, there's not a whole lot of sea life in the Mediterranean because it's been overfished, but there's a lot of small fish. They were saying there's a lot of octopus, but we didn't see any.
It was good. I lost a fin to start and had to get that put back onto my foot, but that was fine. And yeah, it was awesome to look out past the wall and into just like the abyss.
Even though it was disheartening to experience the lack of marine life, it was exhilarating to be back breathing underwater. We suited back up for our second dive where, while we were swimming through this small trench, we were surprised with a bottle of champagne and a sign saying, "Happy birthday."
Happy birthday!
This is a typical Italian cake.
What do you think is in it?
What is it called?
Lattice something?
No. Crostata. It's a crostata cake. Thrilled, we headed back to our anchorage where we watched the lunar eclipse. Upon waking as the wind was just beginning to stir, I climbed up the forestay and was able to untangle the Genoa. After a couple of weeks of carrying our sail of shame, we lowered and stored the sail. We hit the water with a casual cruise to Pompeii for a quick peek at the volcano-encased town. Pompeii, in the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD, was buried very rapidly under giant quantities of ash, simultaneously destroying and preserving what was once a lively town of near 20,000 humans. Upon entering from the east, you first come across a glass building full of what looked to be stone-encapsulated humans. The ferocity with which the town was hit gave the people of Pompeii little to no time to escape, the death raining from above. This was the first of many reminders that Pompeii was filled with humans, no different than the ones walking on Earth today. Walking through the surprisingly robust town, we saw food that had been prepared some 2,000 years ago. Games and artwork that I imagine at the time were commonplace, but now they are gems and portals to a different time that are held in the mind of all with a sense of sacredness. Almost a peculiar nostalgia for a time we can seemingly remember. Even the brothel, which today would be looked down on, is treated with a sense of reverence similar to that of a cathedral. A very odd place to behold. We meandered to the edge of town and came across what I assumed to be plaster replicas of excavated material. Back in modern civilization on the train, we all pondered the mysterious town entombed by Vesuvius. And while we were standing there, this lady runs over and goes, "Dio mio, a cannoli." And so, of course, we go over and we have the best cannoli that these North Americans have ever tasted. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and share this video with a friend that you think would enjoy it. Go out there and explore something and come back and let me know how it was for you. Have a great week. That's the one that killed Pompeii. Ciao.